When engineering goes wild. 3 unreal buildings in China. Here, you're about to see buildings that put the laws of physics aside and say, we make the rules. Yes, folks, today we're diving into 3 of the most insane and mind-blowing buildings in China. The kind that make the architect and structural engineer say, why on earth did I accept this project?
For years, China tried to not fall behind the skyscrapers of the US and the UAE. But when Shanghai Tower was built, it wasn't just about height anymore. It was about bringing the future of architecture to the ground. This tower twists upward like a rising dragon, and that spiral form, not a fancy visual trick, it's an engineering answer to Shanghai's wild, brutal winds.
Winds at 600 meters high? That's the kind of force that could knock down a mountain. But Chinese structures love to say, we're not just competing, we are rewriting the rules.
We can constantly say that when you compare China's construction industry with the US, Spain, the UAE, Singapore, or any major nation you can imagine, China stands out boldly. A lot of professionals have already watched our videos about epic engineering in the US, Spain, and Singapore. And today, they're ready to dive into China with us.
Everyone who follows our channel gets stuck on this exact question. Which country builds the craziest structures on Earth? The US, Spain, Singapore, or China? By the end of this video, your answer might seriously surprise you.
Hi, I'm Eleanor, meaning the shining light. And together with my friend Theodore, we're traveling to China to explore 3 masterpieces that shocked the entire world. If you love buildings that make you blink twice just to be sure they're real, this video is for you.
We are Constructive Minds, a team of engineers and architects uncovering the secrets behind the greatest structures on Earth. So if you're into crazy buildings, bold engineering, and fearless architecture, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you won't miss any of our explosive episodes.
Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into 3 absolutely extraordinary buildings that aren't just changing China's skyline, they're basically rewriting the rules for what architecture can be.
You know, for decades, China's incredible growth was all about sheer height and scale. But lately, a new wave of structures has been telling a much deeper, way more interesting story. A story about radical innovation, thinking green, and carving out a bold new identity on the world stage.
All right, our first stop is Beijing, where we've got a building that seriously looks like it's defying gravity. It forces you to completely rethink what a skyscraper is supposed to look like.
So instead of just shooting straight up into the sky, the CCTV headquarters is this continuous, 3-dimensional loop. It's wild. It's basically 2 towers that lean into each other, and then, get this, they're connected by this massive 75-meter section that just juts out into open air. This creates a single, unbroken path, a shape so bizarre it was a massive headache for the engineers.
So how on earth did they solve that puzzle? Well, the engineers wrapped the entire building in what's called a diagrid. It's like the building is wearing its skeleton on the outside. And this isn't just for show. That diamond pattern you see is the structure, carrying all the incredible forces of gravity and tension. The coolest part? The pattern isn't even random. The diamonds are packed tighter in areas with more stress. It's a perfect marriage of form and function.
This quote just blows my mind. It shows you the insane level of precision they were working with. To connect those 2 giant, leaning towers, the engineers had to wait for the perfect moment. And that moment was an early, cold morning, when the steel in both structures was at the exact same temperature. Just think about that. A building where even the morning chill is a crucial part of construction.
Okay, so from Beijing, let's jump over to Shanghai and check out a structure that takes that ambition and reaches for the sky not just with brute force, but with some serious intelligence.
Standing at a colossal 632 meters, the Shanghai Tower had a huge problem. The same problem all super tall skyscrapers face: wind. The higher you go, the more powerful the wind gets, so just building a traditional boxy tower was never gonna fly.
The big idea here was one of those things that's so simple, it's genius. The designers gave the entire building a 120-degree twist as it rises. The result is this elegant, asymmetrical spiral that just climbs right into the clouds.
And the effect of that little twist, it's staggering. That aerodynamic shape messes with the wind, preventing powerful vortexes from forming. This reduced the wind load on the building by a massive 24%. That one design choice saved millions of dollars in steel and concrete, making the whole tower lighter, cheaper, and way more efficient.
But they didn't stop there. Oh no. The tower is wrapped in what's called a double-skin facade. Think of it like a giant thermos for the building. This outer layer creates a buffer zone that insulates the inside from the heat and cold. This simple but brilliant design slashed energy consumption by 21% and helped the tower snag a LEED Platinum certification. That's the highest possible rating for a green building. All right, our final stop showcases a completely radical new way of thinking. It's a building that asks not how high can we go, but how can we actually heal the land we build on? So, meet the Shimao Quarry Hotel near Shanghai. And forget skyscraper, you could almost call this thing an earth scraper. It's built directly down into the 88-meter-deep scar of an old, abandoned industrial quarry. They literally turned a wound in the earth into a jaw-dropping resort.
As you can imagine, building down into a giant hole came with its own unique set of problems. They had to figure out how to stabilize these massive rock walls to stop rock falls, how to handle the intense water pressure at the bottom, and how to make the whole thing seismically stable inside this tight, rocky space.
And this is where the real genius comes in. The design team didn't just fight against the challenges, they embraced them. The water at the bottom of the quarry, it went from being a huge problem to being the hotel's main attraction. They created guest rooms that are literally underwater and designed this spectacular waterfall that cascades down the quarry wall. They turned a hostile environment into something truly magical.
So, we've looked at these three amazing but totally different architectural marvels. What does it all mean when you put them together? What's the big picture here? You can really see a story unfolding, right? The CCTV headquarters was all about challenging convention with its crazy shape. Then, the Shanghai Tower took on the forces of nature with smart, efficient design. And finally, the Quarry Hotel tackled environmental damage head-on with a design that actually heals. It's a clear move away from just building big to solving really complex problems with some truly groundbreaking ideas.
And that's the key takeaway. These aren't just cool landmarks for China. They're blueprints for the whole world. They're showing us new ways to solve the problems that every modern city faces, from building smarter and using less energy, to finding creative ways to reuse old industrial land. They're really opening up new possibilities for cities everywhere.
It's a pretty powerful thought to end on, isn't it? These structures solved the problems of gravity, wind, and environmental scars. It really makes you wonder what new challenges, whether it's climate change, building stronger communities, or something we can't even imagine yet, are going to shape the skylines of our future.
I want to scream this 1,000 times. Chinese structures love to say, "We're not here to compete, we're here to change the game." China's buildings are unbelievable, and honestly, I'm already dreaming about the day I can go see them with my own eyes.
Let's set the main question. If you were judging the world's construction industry, which country would you choose as the winner? The US, Spain, Singapore, or China? But hey, don't decide just yet. Next episode, a new contender enters the arena, the UAE, especially Dubai. And trust me, that one might change everything.
This video is produced by the Constructive Minds YouTube channel. If you love deep, exciting content about engineering and architecture, subscribe now, hit the bell, and share this video with your friends who love structures as much as we do.